Craftykins, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a pen pal parcel I'm putting together. You'll get to see me decorating the envelope and making the folio and all the good stuff. So I'm just gluing these two pieces of scrapbook paper together so that there's a front and a back. And I'm going to fold that into my little folder. I'm just totally making this up as I go along. I'm not following any tutorials or anything. It's just sort of a fly by the seat of your pants sort of deal. I tried to edit out a lot of the indecision, but you know, I'm very indecisive, so I'm sure there's still some in here somewhere. As far as the theme, I just chose some papers that I felt went together really well, and I kind of centered it around this yellow theme, I guess. There's some flowers and this like pinky salmon color, and then like this, I don't know, what do you call that, burlap? It's just like a soft brown. And that's what I used. Yeah, I didn't really have a theme beyond that. And so here I'm going to just sew this paper into the folder to make it into a pocket that flips around. And you'll see in just a second, I decided to rip this all the way through and have the tie be on the outside instead. The opposite of how I normally do like a journal signature. And I thought that turned out pretty cute. More indecision. So here I'm just cutting this sideways so that it's a pocket that's easy to get things out of and you can kind of see what's in there a little bit, but can still hold quite a bit. I'm going to ink up the edges here using some Tim Holtz Distressed Oxide. I think the color I'm using there is called Frayed Burlap. I think that's the one I used for most of this. It's probably between Frayed Burlap and Vintage Photo. Yeah, that's definitely Vintage Photo. Just kidding. Vintage Photo. Sorry, you can also see my head peek in and out on this video, and it was really early in the morning, so it's like bedhead, so I apologize for that. So I've got that put together now, decorated, and I'm just using my stapleless stapler here that I got off of Amazon, in case you're curious, to kind of reinforce that pocket. And I'm showing here, you can kind of see the cool texture it gives it. Tea break. And now I'm fussy cutting these daisies. I don't know, are they daisies? Took me forever, but made it quick for you guys. And now I'm just using those to do some more decorating. And if you can hear my son in the background, I apologize. He is here playing next to me. And yeah, mom life. You gotta do what you gotta do. So next I am using a little plastic pocket that I got in an order from a shop on Etsy, and using that to glue onto the folio folder with a couple of small goodies that I wanted to include. This is the letter that I already had written, and pardon. And I decided I was going to tape at least the front and back and just kind of like contain it a little bit better. I didn't really want to do every page. I'd already written in there, of course, so I didn't really leave the margin to tape all the pages, but that at least contains it a little bit better. And then I'm going to decorate the front page here. Abel says hello. I really love those flowers. I just wish it wasn't such a huge pain to fussy cut them all out because it takes forever. I don't know, maybe I'm just slow, but it was worth it. It's definitely worth it. So then I decided I wanted to add some inking to the edge of the whole folio. I think I pretty much end up inking everything in here. It just gives it, you know, I don't know, more dimension or something. Makes it look more finished. Again, I apologize for the head. So now I'm just gathering some goodies to put into the pocket. I'm giving some washi tape samples on this cute little tag. And I pulled a bunch of stuff out. I'm sure by the end, when you see the envelope, you're gonna be like, oh my God, that's a lot of postage. And yeah, it is. I like to share the things that I have. I never know when to stop, I guess. I just like stuffing it and stuffing it and stuffing it. And with an international pen pal, the letters are so much more infrequent because it just takes so long to get to the other person. So that's another reason I kind of loaded it up a little more than I normally would. Instead of fussy cutting more of those flowers out, I decided to just use that edge where I hadn't used those since they weren't full flowers. So here for this piece I use for the front, even though it doesn't really fit entirely, you can see there's like a 1/4 inch there on the top and the bottom that it doesn't really reach. I still wanted to use it, and I think it's not even until after I finished filming the video, I did end up inking the edges of that as well to kind of tie it more together. Otherwise, that piece was probably going to be in the scrap pile for the rest of time. You guys know how it is, I'm sure. So here I just wanted to check the color of my international stamps against that color of that like salmon pink paper to make sure it wasn't like super clashy. Maybe you think it is, I don't know. It's not an exact match, that's for sure, but I thought it was all right, so I still used it. And I'm really liking that look of that label where I just kind of like rub the ink pad on the label sheet, and you know, it gives it a color, it gives it like a distressed look almost, and I've been doing that quite a bit. A couple of washi stickers to finish it off. And there is the envelope. there's the paper pack I'm going to be sending with all the different, scraps and decorated papers and all that fun stuff. I got vintage book pages and stuff in there. Stuff in it full, like I said. And I'm going to make a belly band over here on this side to kind of contain them in there instead of just throwing them in on top. So here I'm just testing it to make sure everything is going to fit. And then I'm going to glue it using both a glue stick and that Tombow wet glue, just to make sure it's extra enforced. And then I tuck everything in, and voila, all done. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video process, basically start to finish, with the envelope and the folder and everything. I really love how it turned out. I hope you do too, and I hope she does. Maybe it gave you some more ideas for a letter you might want to send to your pals. If you are not a pen pal, you don't have any yet, check my description for some resources to find one. And yeah, if you liked it, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you'd like to see more content similar to this. And I will see you again soon.